Hey, Travis here, Steven Struck Power. We're going to go through just something pretty easy, but changing fuel filters on a Cat. This is an older Cat, mechanical. So if you're trying to do this at home, this might be helpful if you haven't done it before. Anyway, I usually start with this one. I generally don't pull both filters off at the time. We've got a frame mounted one down here. But we'll do one at a time. It's a little harder to get fuel pressure if you pull them both off at the same time. So get your filter wrench, and nothing too critical right now, but spin that off. Alright, there you have it. So we'll just get our new filter and fill it with fuel. Let's go ahead and fill the new one with fuel. I've heard lots of things, oh, don't fill them first, let the motor fill them. Honestly, it's going to take a long time to get fuel prime if you don't do it this way. It won't cause any problems. We're good. I got a little bit too much in there, but anyway, then we're just going to go back on. Like so. And general rule of thumb on filters, and this actually shows you a picture on this one, but you just go to the gasket contacts and then you go 3/4 of a turn. That way it's not going to fall off and it's not so tight you can't get it off. So right there I'm contacting. So I'll go ahead and just crank that around 3/4 of a turn. Something like that. That's probably even a little bit too much. So then I move down to the bottom one. We'll grab that one too. One thing to check when you're doing fuel filters is, besides just changing them, there's generally an O-ring on this one right there. It always pays to dump them out into a pan or something, so you can just kind of see what kind of fuel you've been getting. That way you know if you're, oh, look at that. Chunk of debris stuck in it right there. Not sure what that is, but that's why we have fuel filters, folks. Keep that from getting in the fuel system. Pretty cool. So we're going to fill that one too. Like I said, these bottom ones generally have a O-ring on the top, so you want to make sure what you're pulling off so that you get the same things back up on there. And kind of same thing with this, it just tells you where to turn it back around too. We'll give that a little cinch. Like so. And now, so those are changed pretty easy and fast. Here's another look at that chunk of stuff that was in the filter. Pretty nifty. Anyway, so not much to change in them, but before you go any further, so now we've got them both changed, now we want to go ahead and pressurize the system so it starts easier. That's done with this mechanical pump right here. This will unscrew and allow us to build fuel pressure again. We'll go ahead and pump that. Like so, and you just pump it up so it gets tight, which it is. It didn't take much. Screw it back on, and when we're ready to start, we'll hopefully fire right up. Well, that's pretty much it. They're pretty easy to do. In my opinion, people don't change them enough. There's, you know, for the few bucks that they cost, it's really worth it to change them and keep them clean. Plus, you get to see what debris might actually be in there. Allow you to see if something's getting in your fuel. So, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.